In our session today, we're going to be taking a look at Active Directory Certificate Services. An Active Directory Certificate Services is a server role, and this role is used mainly to manage digital certificates used in software security systems. These certificates are used to encrypt and to digitally sign electronic documents and messages. They can be used for authentication of computers, users, or device accounts on your network. The digital certificates are used to provide confidentiality through encryption, integrity through digital signatures, and authentication by associating certificate keys with either the computer, the user, or the device account on your computer network. We're going to walk through the installation of Active Directory Certificate Services. On the Server Manager dashboard, under the Manage tab, we're going to click Add Roles and Features. On the Before You Begin screen, we want to click on Next to continue. We want to select Next for the installation type. We're doing role-based. We're going to select the server that's available and click Next to continue. And we want to select from the roles Active Directory Certification Services. And we're asked to add features, so we're going to go ahead and add features. And let's pause a minute to look at the description. The description says that Active Directory Certificate Services is used to create certificate authorities and related role services that allow you to issue and manage certificates used in a variety of applications. I'm going to click on Next to continue. On our feature page, we want to select Next. And here we want to note some things about Active Directory Certificate Services that you need to have and that you need to do. The first thing that we want to note is that the name and domain settings of this computer that we're installing Active Directory Certificate Services on cannot be changed after we have installed the certificate authority. If you need to make a change to the computer name, if you need to join the computer to a domain or promote this computer to a server, then these changes would have to be made before installing the certificate authority. So you want to pay attention to that. Want to click on Next to continue. And we have a number of services that go along with installing Active Directory Certificate Services. We have the certificate authority itself. We're going to click on that. And then we have some other services that we see here. We're going to pause a minute to just give a brief description of these services and what they entail. Let's start with the first role service, Certificate Authority. And the Certificate Authority is used mainly to issue and manage certificates. Then below that, we have the Certificate Enrollment Policy web service. And this service enables users and computers to obtain certificate enrollment policy information even when the computer is not a member of a domain, or if a domain joined computer is temporarily outside the security boundary of the corporate network. The Certificate Enrollment Policy Web Service works with the Certificate Enrollment Web Service in order to provide policy-based automatic certificate enrollment for users and computers. This certificate authority web enrollment gives you a simple web interface that allows users to perform tasks such as request and renew certificates, retrieve certificate revocation lists, and enroll for smart cards. The third service in the list, Certificate Enrollment Web Service, again, enables users and computers to enroll for and renew certificates even when the computer is not joined to a domain, or again, if it's temporarily outside the security boundary of the network. Then we have our network device enrollment service, and this makes it possible to issue and manage certificates for routers and other network devices that do not have network accounts. And last on our list is our online responder. And the online responder makes certificate revocation checking data accessible to clients in complex network environments. And we're going to look at the online responder, especially in a separate session. Right now, we want to continue the installation of Active Directory Certificate Services. So we're going to go ahead and click Next. And we're going to add features again for the other services. And once those features are added, we want to click on Install. You can see here that installation has been started. And once installation completes, we're going to see that we have some configuration to do. And here you can see configure Active Directory Certificate Services on the destination computer. So once the installation has succeeded, we now want to configure our certificate server. And the first thing that we're going to do is to configure our certificate server as an enterprise CA. Our next session, we will go through these steps of configuring the certificate server as an enterprise certificate authority. This is the end of the installation section of Active Directory Certificate Services. We also took a brief look at some of the role services that are offered with Active Directory Certificate Services. I want to thank you for listening.